Hello again everybody, welcome back to part 2 of building Funicular Railway. And now we're going to cover up the plaster of Paris bandage with fluff from the tumble dryer. Coated on with PVA and mixture of water, about 50-50, and painted on with a couple of old brushes. So that's what the texture looks like now. And we just paint over the whole area, or part by part, bit by bit. Doesn't matter what colour it looks like, because the PVA will make everything stick. Give it a good coating, and then take some tumble dryer fluff, tease it out, and bed it into the glue. Just dab it in with your fingers and keep going until you've covered up the area that you've wetted, and then just keep wetting some more and then dabbing with the brush over the top of it. But if you find that the brush is pulling the PVA, use an old squirter jar bottle and spray it on, and then with the brush you can just sort of tease it about, because it moves, but it doesn't matter. Nature is not straight lines, nature is all sorts of shapes, and that's what you get from doing this. Get some very interesting contours, lumps and bumps, just like nature for real. So we keep on with that. So we have the tumble dryer fluff on, and now it's time to get some paint on it, some colour. And since topsoil is brown, generally speaking, I'm going to paint it all brown for the moment. Okay, so here we go. Let's give it a quick brushing over with brown. And I've got actually 2 shades of brown mixed in together there, because I was running a bit short. I didn't realise that. It doesn't matter, because again it's far more natural looking than just a plain brown colour. I just hope I got enough to do the whole lot. The PVA hasn't actually dried completely, but that doesn't matter, because the whole lot will dry together. And now we're getting the base of the ground right. And a few bits show through. Again, that doesn't matter, because we're going to put grass over the top of this anyway. It looks as if I'm going to have to make a trip into town, go and get some more brown paint, because this is not going to last. Not going to do the job. Well, my wife's taken the dog for a walk, and she's used the car to go down to the walking area, so I've got to wait until she gets back. In the meantime, I've mixed up a little bit of grey paint here, which I'm going to use for the inside of the cutting. I don't quite know how I'm going to finish that off, whether I'll finish off looking like stone or what, but that will do as a base, and we can decide what to do with it a little bit later on. Well, I said my wife would take the car. We've actually got other cars that I could use, but I'll wait for the Volvo to come back. Well, the other options I suppose I could have taken the motorhome that's down there, or in the garage here we've got some more. There's my wife's classic Mini there, and her motorbike, and there's my old classic car, Austin Ripley, 1934. When in 1934 this actual car was shown in the motor shows in Paris and London, so it's got quite a history. It even has the original license plate, December the 31st, 1933, the year she was actually built, in 34, shown in the shows. And on the driveway we have there's another Mini, my wife's old one, and that one's for sale. So if anybody would like to buy a Mini, there we are. Well, my wife came home from walking the dogs and very kindly ran me into Blackwood, and I got my little pot of paint, and I've finished the base coat, and you can see the colour varies all the way around, and because it's the White Cliffs of Dover are not actually white, they can be a bit dirty in places, so I've given just a dusting of dark paint over the White Cliffs, and there we have it. It's ready now for the grass. Right, well, I'm going to mix some spring mix static grass, and I'm going to mix that with a summer mix, a little bit darker. So we'll put a little bit of each in there, put the top back on, give it a bit of a shake, mix it up a bit, and then with my static applicator I'll start off right here on the top. But first I'm going to spray with a weakened mixture of PVA and water. Not spraying very well. That's a bit better. Right, give that a try. Stick the old pin in. Let's see how this goes. Where's the button? There we are. Right, well, I'm not going to bore you while I do the whole of this, because there are a lot of people out there who are much better at it than I am. So this is just the first go. I shall put some longer grass on later on, and I shall also make some clumps of grass. I will show you how I make the clumps, because to buy they're quite expensive, I think, and I found a very easy way of doing it, and it's quite effective. So I'll show you that. In the meantime, I'll just crack on with this. Right, well, I guess that's about it for part two. I'll get on putting some clumps of grass and some longer grass on, and a bit of bushes, and I'm going to mount my lighthouse project is going to go there, and then I've got the buildings to do here and down the bottom of the funicular. So and then we'll have a bit of scenery up here of some sort. So I hope you're still interested to come back and see part 3. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.